Averages. So let's say you scored 100 marks in an exam and your friend scored 50 marks. So what is the total marks? 100 plus 50, which is 150. And to calculate average, how do we calculate that? 100 plus 50 by number of candidates, that is 2, right? So the average marks scored by your friend and you is 75. This is the average. That means on an average your score is 75 and your friend's score is also 75. And if we had not known much more information about your marks, we would have considered both of your marks as 75. So we can also calculate the total marks with this average. How can we calculate? As we know, average is sum of the numbers by total number of the total number, right? So here we calculated 100 plus 50, that is 150, which is the total marks, right? And if we want to calculate the total marks with the average, then we can just multiply average into the total number, right? Which the total number in this case is 2, the total number of candidates. So 150. Instead of calculating 100 plus 50, that is 150, we can also calculate the total sum as the average into total number. So the sum will be equal to average into total number, which is 150 in this case. If we have a series of numbers in arithmetic progression, and if we have odd number of terms, the average is the middle term. So here we have a series of, this is in arithmetic progression, right? So the difference between any two numbers is common, is same for the complete series. So this is in arithmetic progression and we have odd number terms, we have 5 terms, right? So in this case the average is the middle term. So 3 is the average in this case. And if we have even number of terms, the average will be if we have even number terms, then we would have two middle terms, and we have to take the average of the two middle terms to get the average. Let's say we have one more term, 6. So in this case we have even number terms, right? 6 terms we have. So we have two middle terms, which are 3 and 4, right? 3 and 4 are the middle terms. So we have to take the average of 3 and 4, which is 7 by 2, that is equal to 3.5. This is the average. If we have in this case, this is the average. We have 6 terms, which is even number term. So change of values and average. If we consider arithmetic progression, let's suppose we have 1 2 3 4 5 here, and we are adding each number by 5, right? Each number by 5 we are adding. So 1 plus 5 becomes 6, this becomes 7, 8, 9 and 10, because we are adding each and every term with the same number, right? Then in the first case, what was our average? This is the average, right? In the second case, this is the average. Why? Because this is in arithmetic progression, these are consecutive terms. So this is in arithmetic progression. In arithmetic progression, and in that too in odd number series, if the number is odd, then what happens is the middle term is the average, as we discussed. So in the first case 3 is the average, and in the second case 8 is the average. If we increased each and every term by 5, right, the average also got increased by 5, right? In first case it's 3, in second case it's 8, so the average also got increased by 5. So what can we conclude? So on adding a quantity x to all the values, increase the average by x, right? In this case x is 5. Now what if we subtract the same value? Let's take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which are in arithmetic progression. We are subtracting minus 5, the same number in all the cases, and we get 6 minus 5, 1, and all we get the resultant values, right? In first case this is the average, and in the second case this is the average. So when we are subtracting any number by 5, all the numbers with the same number, the average also got decreased, subtracted by the same number, right? And what about multiplication? If we multiply each and every term with 5, what do we get? 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. So here 3 is the average, here 15 is the average. So the average also got multiplied by 5. So what can we conclude? We can conclude that multiplying a quantity x to all the values also multiplies the average by x. And what about division? Let's say we have 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25. So these are all are in arithmetic progression. If we divide each and every term with 5, we get these respective values, right? So dividing all the values by a quantity x also divides the average by x. In first case we have 15 as the average, in second case we have 3 as the average. So in all the terms are divided by 5, so this average also got divided by 5 and the resultant value is 3, right? Concept of weighted average. Weighted average is a concept of average that is relevant when more than one group is involved, right? When more than one group is involved, we can consider that to be a weighted average. We can apply the concept of weighted average in that case. So weighted average simply means that calculating average of averages. Let's say the average marks scored by class 1 is 60 and class 2 is 80, and the number of candidates are n1 and n2. We do not know the exact number of candidates. Now if n1 and n2, if n2 is, let's take here, this is 60 and this is 80, and this is the midpoint, right? If n2, that means the students of class 2 are more, then this average will tend towards, move towards this average, right? The higher value. If n1, that means the students of class 1 are more, then the average, this point tends towards the lowest value. But remember this, the average will be in between the lowest value and the highest value. Average doesn't, we cannot get this average which is below this value and greater than this value. The average will definitely be in between the lowest value and highest value of the given observations. Now we shall consider the number of candidates in class 1 as 20 and the number of candidates in class 2 is 30. So what happens is, how can we calculate the weighted average? We know that the average is equal to the sum by number of the students, in this case number of quantities or number of observations. But what about weighted average? Weighted average is equal to the summation of the total by the summation of the number. So in this case, 60 into 20 plus 80 into 30 by total 20 plus 30. So the average into the total number of students plus the average in second case into total number of students divided by the total number of students. So we can simplify, we can take 10 as common. So the value becomes 60 into 2 plus 80 into 3 by, so we are taking 10 as common in denominator as well. So 2 plus 3. So we can cancel 10 and 10 here. So here if we observe, if we take the ratios 20 and 30, becomes 2:3, right? If we cancel out. Now if you observe 60 into 2 plus 80 into 3. So this is the observation, right? 60 into 2 plus 80 into 3 by 2 plus 3. So instead of taking these exact values 20 and 30, we can calculate the ratio. You can take the ratio and calculate the weighted average. So for total strength, in this case, the number of students, right? Total strength in this case, the number of students, we need not take the actual values. We can take the ratio and calculate the weighted average.